Okay, let's take a look at a couple steps on this 1591 before you start sewing. The first thing that you should check is that the needle is in correctly. So if you turn the thumb screw, the needle can come out. Just pull it down. You saw me do. Now there's a flat on the needle. Okay, that flat needs to be installed facing out of the machine. So the flat's here, facing out of the machine. Just go ahead and insert it in here. Again, flat facing out. Tighten the thumb screw. It doesn't have to be super tight. Just tighten it up snugly. Next, we're going to thread the needle. So put it through the last guide there. And I like to use a threading tool. There we go. Thread that through, and again, the thread on a 1591 comes through the needle from the inside to the outside. So now that's threaded. Next, ensure before you start that the machine is at its top position. So we have the take-up lever here all the way up, and then the needle, obviously, because we just replaced it, is all the way up. I have a bobbin installed with orange thread, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull the bobbin thread up. So I'm going to take a couple inches of bobbin thread, and I'm going to take my needle thread. I'm going to hold both of them with a finger. Using my other hand, I'm going to rotate the machine toward me until the needle comes down, and then it begins to go back up. And once it starts to go back up, you can see down here the needle thread was caught on the hook. It's now being carried over the bobbin. So it's being carried over the bobbin. It's now released from the hook. It's coming up, grabbing that bobbin thread, and it's pulling it up. Next, if I release the bobbin thread and just hold on to the needle thread, I can take a firm tool and slide it under the needle, and you can see it's pulled that needle thread up through the needle plate. Now this thing is ready to sew. If you ever sew with one of these without material under them, you need to ensure that you hold the tails, these pieces back here. If you don't, they will work themselves down into the machine and cause a knot. So we're gonna hold the tails, and then I can crank that towards me, and it's gonna sew. And you can tell that it's sewing because it's twisting. It may not be easy to tell on the video, but it's twisting the fabric, or the thread. So that's a sign that it's making a stitch. But next needle bar up, thread take up, arm all the way up, place some fabric under there, drop the foot, and I don't have mine plugged in at the moment, so we're just going to do this by hand, but always rotating towards you, and you see it's making the stitches. Needle up. There we go. So stitched on the back side, stitched on the front side. You can't see white on white, but they're there. So anyway, I hope that helps you fix it.